Hey, it's Heather, and a few of you have asked me to do a get ready with me, so that's what I'm going to do today. So we're in my bathroom. This is where I get ready, and I don't want to have to bring up all my lotions and makeup and all of that stuff upstairs, because I don't always use the same thing every day. It's kind of like whatever I'm in the mood for. I apologize for my appearance. This is just brushed out my hair from sleeping. I have no makeup on my face. The only thing I've done so far is wash my face, obviously brush my teeth, and put my creams on. So I'd like to give that a few minutes to kind of soak in, so I'm not trying to put stuff on top of lotion. It's pretty soaked in now. I'm getting pretty close. I actually tried to do this video a couple days ago. But I lost a bunch of footage, and I don't know, I guess I somehow turned off my camera when I was trying to say goodbye. So that was my first attempt. This is my second attempt. Excuse me. It's early in the morning. Well, it's not early. It's like 7:30, I think. So my routine is we wake up, we immediately let the dogs out. My husband makes us both a big cup of cappuccino. We drink that while we watch some news. Then I wash the dishes, feed the dogs, brush my teeth. And then he brushes his teeth, he goes upstairs to work, and then I come in here and start getting ready. Yesterday I ran a bunch of errands. I don't really have anywhere to leave the house today, so I normally am in my pajamas when I'm getting ready. So I did put on, you know, my t-shirt that I love. So, and I'm going to just kind of do my routine. This is the only angle I have. The way my sink is set up where I do my makeup, because this makeup mirror my daughter gave me for Christmas, my daughter and her husband, a couple of years ago. But this side is where I see my eyes, and this side is where I see my face. Well, unless I want to see my pores, then I look at the other side. So I'm just going to do, this is weird for me, I've never done this before, so a couple of y'all have asked, and we'll see how this goes. And I'll try to tell you what I'm using as I use it. I'm wetting my blender right now. I'm going to also apologize. I have not washed my brushes in about a week and a half. So you're going to see dirty brushes. You're going to see my dirty blending sponge. This is not the Beauty Blender. I love the Beauty Blender. I just got makeup underneath my fingernails. These came from Amazon. This is I think it's called Beakley. It's a pack of 5. I want to say this was like $8 or $10 for 5 of them. And the consistency, the way they feel is really good. They work really well in my opinion. And you get 5 of them for half the price of one Beauty Blender. Now I love the Beauty Blender. When I get it for free in a box, then I will absolutely use it. I've got that morning sound, I'm sorry. But these are off of Amazon, and they're a whole lot cheaper. And I use them for about a month. I do wash them. Obviously it needs to be washed right now. I wash it about every other use. And so I'll try to link, if there's something I use, I'll try to link that below. I'm going to leave them out here so I remember to do that. So those came off of Amazon. I do have a wet cloth that I leave up here after I've washed my face. I use the microfibers to wash my face with. These came from Amazon too. In fact, most of my beauty blenders and the little doodads that I use. Okay, let me show you this. This is this little bag here. My cotton rounds are not cotton rounds, they're microfiber rounds. They are reusable. I use them out of my little container for taking off eye makeup, using my toner, whatever I need them for. I just leave them there. They're a little bigger than a normal cotton round. This is my second box of these. I used the first box. They're actually in the wash. I'm trying to figure out how to tell you this. Got them off of Amazon. So this is the box they come in. There's 16 reusable makeup remover pads with a laundry bag. So they are a natural antibacterial fabric, 2 layers of material, save the toner, super soft, suitable for body and face, great breathable and water absorption. So I bought this one time and I used them for about a month and a half. I still use them, but once I fill up this little bag, I've used all 16 of them. I put them in this little mesh bag here. I unhook this from my mirror and I throw it in the wash, and they come perfectly clean. Even if I've taken off waterproof mascara and they're black, sometimes I try to rinse them off a little bit underneath the water. Throw them in with my whites load. I wash them and dry them in this little mesh bag, and then I just lay them back flat again and put them right back inside my little jar. I found that I don't do whites every week. Since there's only 2 of us here, I usually do whites every 2 weeks, and I use 2 to 3 of those a day, so I needed another box. I opened up that box today. So the other laundry basket is in the laundry room. I started laundry this morning as well. Anyway, let me quit jibber jabbering. This will be a long video. I'm gonna use the makeup that I use most often, so I don't have any surprises. This is a big mess, and I apologize, and it's dirty. This is my Dagny Dover makeup bag. It's kind of like a scuba gear feeling. It holds a lot, has a couple pockets on the inside. It also comes with this little pouch. I have it where this is mainly tubes, either eyeliners, mascaras. I do have my curling wand in here. Anything tube or long cylindrical goes in here. And then this one is just, it's a big mess, y'all, and I kind of dig. So it kind of depends on what I feel like using that day. And sometimes if I'm in a hurry, it's just whatever's on top. What I go for the most for my foundation, I don't use concealer. The only time I will ever use a concealer is if I have like a red mark or something that I want to cover, but I don't put it underneath my eyes. For me, no matter what type I've ever used, it feels like it dries the area out and makes it more crepe-like. I wash my face. Today, I used the Curology, the cleanser. I've been using this for about a month now. I have a new one that came in that has the moisturizer, what is this? This is a Curology. This has got the tretinoin, acelaic acid, and niacinamide in here. This is my prescription. And then this is the moisturizer. So I've been using this for about a month. I use this part only at night, the tretinoin one at night. I do have the regular prescription. Let me pull those out here. Tretinoins as well. This is the 0.1, this is the 0.05. I use this one around my eyes and this one around my face. But I've stopped using this right now to try the Curology. My second batch just came in. This one's almost gone. And the next time, it's a subscription thing where it comes, you get a 2 month, this is the 1 month supply. Then you get a 2 month supply. I'm not going to do the moisturizer and cleanser with it anymore after these 2 boxes are done. My favorite cleanser is the Obagi Foaming Gel. I love the way this makes my skin feel afterwards. And then I use the toner afterwards. And moisturizer tends to change for me. It depends on what I'm feeling right now. So I wash my face, I tone my face. At night I put the medication on my face. Then in the mornings I put my serums on. This morning I put on the CEO Glow, the vitamin C oil. I like this. I don't think it's my favorite vitamin C. It's a little oily for me. But I did use that this morning. I put on the moisturizer from Curology this morning. I did use the Laneige Eye Sleeping Mask, but I think it's this one. Yeah, Eye Sleeping Mask. I use this as my under eye. I kind of stick with one. When that one's gone, then I'll go to the next one. I do have a couple others here. This one I got in a box. It's called Context. And a tiny little bit of the Dr. Dennis Gross under eye lotion that I have from that LED mask that I bought. So I'm finishing those up. I do have some other serums. I have, yikes, the Ordinary Buffet, and I put that on maybe every other day. I just kind of change things up. And last but not least, before I put any makeup on my face, I put on some sort of face moisture, SPF. Right now I'm using the Ulta MD Skincare UV Clear Broad Spectrum SPF 46. This stuff is fantastic. I have tried lots of them, and they make my makeup pill up. This one does not. And then one that I get at Target. If that comes to me, I'll tell you. I like the fact this one is SPF 46. The other ones seem to be SPF 20 or 30. So, yikes, I'm throwing stuff around. I hope y'all don't think this is going to be like some organized get ready with me. I'm not good at it. So, all right. The foundation that I use is the Estee Lauder, and I can't read it because it's, I think it's called the Perfectionist. This is in the color 2C3 Fresco. I love this. I also love the Double Wear Light 2C3 Fresco. I don't like a very heavy coverage foundation. I like it to be kind of light and breathable. Also, my phone's lighting up right now, but reminded me that my daughter does call me every morning on her way to work from the gym. So I will have to pause when she calls. That's part of my morning routine. I put my foundation directly on my sponge. I don't put it on my hand. I feel like it's wasteful, and it just adds another layer of having to clean up afterwards. I just put it on my sponge, kind of mix it around a little bit. I mix those two together, and then I just dab it all over my face. I'm sorry about the angle that you're seeing this at, but this is the only way I have to do it. I do put this around my eyes. I think this is what takes me the longest. Well, that and my eyebrows. And I almost always use some sort of a sponge. Every once in a while, I have a foundation that I'll be trying that I prefer to use a brush with. But that's not very often. I'm just gonna do my jawline, into my hairline, get it all up in my hair, on accident, of course. I may have to go through and speed some of this up so this video isn't too long. Oh, like I said, I tried to do this the other day, but things kind of got crazy and I wasn't paying attention to the camera enough and it shut off. But that's okay. We've had refrigerator problems for a little over a month now, and that day I was waiting for the refrigerator repairman to get here, and so I was kind of trying to hurry and had my mind somewhere else. He's came and gone. He's now been here 5 times. It is not fixed. I still have no ice, and it growls. He's replaced a few parts, nothing really major yet. I don't know why I'm getting in there. Let's see, where's my, this is my under eye powder that I use to set my foundation. And this is the By Terry Hyaluronic Hydra Powder. So I have this brush that I believe is like a bronzing brush, no, a highlighter brush. I just tap a tiny bit into it and I set my under eyes and around my eyes and around my nose, because this area gets really dry too. I have dry skin that tends to wrinkle very easily. But anyway, this coming Monday now, he's coming out again, and hopefully for the final time, he's replacing like everything. He says he's virtually gonna build us a new refrigerator. We had gone refrigerator shopping for 3 days straight, did a bunch of research. Nothing on the market right now I like. I think the new Samsung Family Hub is fantastic in the sense that it's got the tech on the outside, but I need my refrigerator to be a refrigerator first and foremost, and then if you want to add a bunch of techie stuff to it, that's great. And when I opened it up, I could not figure out where I was going to put everything. And we actually took an empty milk jug with us to see if it would fit in the door. Every single one of the refrigerators that we took a look at either wouldn't fit it in the door without kind of squishing the milk jug or putting it in sideways and setting it down, which means nothing could go next to it. Or you had to rearrange or fold up shelves, which means you would lose another shelf to put something taller than a mayonnaise jar. And I just wasn't happy with any of the ways, you know, nothing wowed me. And I told my husband, I'm not spending $3,000 on something that to me would be a downgrade from what we have. Right now we have KitchenAid. I love the layout of the inside, so we're hoping he can fix it, because there's nothing out there I want right now. We looked at everything. Well, everything was within our area. All right, I'm using the Estee Lauder 2C3 Fresco powder. This is the double wear powder. And I've got some pan going on that. And I don't wear a lot of powder, kind of just enough to set the foundation that I just put on. And that's that. Then from there, I use my bronzer as kind of a contour type thing. I'm knocking everything over. This is weird to do it in this angle. This is the Becca Capri Coast. I have 2 Becca bronzers. Try to find the other one. The other one is called Bali Sands, and it's much lighter. That's the one I use in the winter. This is the one I use in the summer. And every once in a while I use, well, clearly a lot. It's the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. I've got a little bit of pan showing in that. But the Capri Coast is by far my favorite, and you can see what this one looks like. So I just kind of, this brush, I don't even know what brush it is. It's a Morphe M530. And the only thing that ever goes on is bronzer. That's why it's that color. And I just kind of go here and up into my temples in my jawline. And I'm not a professional here. I have taught myself to do my makeup the best way I know how. I see some of the other people that I watch and they just look absolutely gorgeous. I have a lot of makeup. I like playing with it, but I'm not very good at applying it. And I do add a little bit to the sides of my nose. I have a deviated septum and I feel like this somewhat helps not show that my nose is so crooked. But I refuse to have that surgery. It's not that bad for me to do it. All right, this is the part that takes me the most, and I use whatever I have on hand. I can't say that I have found my ultimate favorite eyebrow pencil. Believe it or not, there is microbladed shadowing in here. If I didn't have the microblading shadowing, you wouldn't even see where my eyebrows were. The color of the color of the hair on my eyebrows is really, really blonde. So I just kind of brush them up. And this is the Thrive Cosmetics, something about waterproof eyebrow liner in the color Audrey. And I like how thin it is. And I use this one to find the edges and kind of make an outline. Honestly, if I didn't have any microblading, which I know that you could barely even tell it was there, it's been about 7-8 months since I've had it done. But it was not my most favorite thing to do. And my camera just shut off again. I heard it that time, so I'm praying that this makes it all the way through a video. There's nothing wrong with my camera. I just don't know what's happening. I changed my battery and everything before I started this morning. So I did the front parts of my eyebrows there, and I'll just kind of make them look like they're a whole eyebrow. I've tried tinting the hairs when I get my hair colored. But when I tint my eyebrows, I don't have a whole lot of hairs there either, so that doesn't help all that much. It helps some. And I haven't done it in a while, so maybe I should try doing it again. All right, and then the other one I use, and this is okay, it was more neat because it was like those old pens. It has 4 colors. It has the deep shade, a definer, a highlighter, and a lighter shade. I usually use the lighter shade and just kind of twist it to make it come in. And I just add a little more from the middle to the tails of my eyebrows. And then a tiny little bit just inside where I kind of colored that in, because it's slightly darker than that other one and it gives it more, well, in my opinion, more of the appearance of it actually having hair there. All right, and then I take my little eyebrow comb brush thing, blend it a little bit. And I know this is really silly, but I take that little brush that I do my hyaluronic, by Terry, I just kind of go over it to clean up anything that's in there and any extra little pieces of this or whatever. All right, so that is it for the most of the powder. Then I will do a spray, a setting spray. This is the Kula that we got in the FabFitFun. I do like this. It's a little strong in the smell, and I think that's because of the SPF that's in it, which I like the fact that it has a little SPF in it. I just can't really breathe when I do it. And it tends to tingle just a little and then it stops. normally, when I didn't have that one, I used the Maro Badescu. So that one's such a fine mist. It almost feels like you're just spraying a powder on your face, which is bizarre. All right, so we put a few of those things away and start deciding what colors, because this one I haven't really put any color on my face. All right, put that away. I clean as I go. It's the same way that I cook, which I don't like to cook. All right, I have a large drawer with lots of makeup palettes in it, eyeshadow palettes, and then little samples and some liners and whatever. It's a deep drawer that's a mess and I need to go through it. I'm going to use, I don't know, should I use, this is the Tarte. I love this palette. This is the Aspen Ovard by Tarte. That is so pretty to me. Part of it I bought for the packaging, but these colors on the inside are just gorgeous. They're slightly shimmery. You've got, I think this is like a highlighter and a blush, and I have used them from time to time. I will use every single one of these colors on my eyes. So I either will use that one or, and I realize that there's controversy. Some people don't like this. This is the Naked Reloaded by Urban Decay. I actually do like it. I've used it quite a bit. I mean, you can kind of see the areas that I stick most. So which one I'm going to use the Naked Reloaded today. Waiting for my phone to ring, then I'm going to have to stop what I'm doing. All right, I'm just going to pull my little brush thing forward. This is my little brush holder. My mother made me this before she passed away. So this one I'm very careful with. I have very specific brushes that I use. This is another one of those bronzing brushes. It's a backup. I don't think it really needs to be in there right now. Try to find the one I use for my all over eye. Definitely time to do some cleaning in here. I mean, I've got like scissors and some other little things. That's not it. There it is. This is by IT Cosmetics. It has no writing left on it. So I couldn't tell you which one it is. I just like the brush. And yes, they need to be cleaned. So I'm a big advocate of mixing colors to make one I really like. I'm going to use, I think that says Bribe and Blur, which are the two far ends. I like to mix the Bribe, but has a slight shimmer, in my opinion, with a little bit of the Blur just to deepen it up a little bit. And I put that all over my eyelid. Now, it depends on the time of year. I mean, sometimes I don't like any shimmer whatsoever. I don't like overly glittery eyeshadow. And not because I don't think it's pretty, but because I have so many fine lines that it falls off into my fine lines. And that just is not an attractive look on me. All right. Then I'm going to take, I don't know. It's kind of an overcast day. Sometimes that determines how I feel about the day. I'm going to do Barely Baked, which is kind of a gold shimmery look. I'm going to mix a little bit of Angel Flower with it, which is kind of a champagne-y color here. And I'm just going to put that on my movable lid. So I am kind of going a little on the shimmery side, about as shimmery as I'd like to go. I have a couple of pots that have a little more shimmer than this, but the reason I like them is because they're not powder, and I can put them on with my finger, and then they don't tend to fall into my creases. And I'm a kind of a less is more kind of girl when it comes to my makeup. I don't use a lot. Now I will get this is an eye crease brush by e.l.f. I have a couple that are like this little dome shape. And I'm going to go a little darker. I'm going to mix Dreamweaver and Distilled, which are these two colors right here. Because to me they're similar, and I just like, I don't know, I mix them. I don't know why I do. I'm just going to go into my crease just a little bit, just to give you a shadow appearance. Make my eyes not look quite so hooded. Yeah, already got some fallout. Just, I think it's in my application. I'm not sure it's the product. I do have the original Naked. I have almost every Naked palette, I believe. I don't think I actually have a favorite. If I am traveling, you know, that's where I kind of pick what my favorites are. If I'm traveling, obviously it has to be small enough to pack easily. And I have to pick just one palette. It's going to be, this is the old Natural Mattes. You can see I've used that to pieces. I've got Pan inside the brow bone color. I haven't used that in a minute, but I haven't traveled in a minute either. So I've got that one. I have the peanut butter, which I really didn't ever use, and have the boudoir eyes. I have quite, I mean, that's a video for another day, you know, to see what kind of palettes I have if you guys are even interested. All right. Now, sometimes I will wear, you know, gel eyeliner, not gel, you know, the pencil eyeliner. I tend to not do that all that often. I prefer using eyeshadow as my eyeliner because then I have a variety of colors. I don't have to worry about the line going on too thick. I don't have to tug at my eyes, which only adds to, you know, eye wrinkles and whatever. So I'm gonna stay within the same palette and I'm gonna grab the darkest one called Endgame. It's this dark brown right here. And this is a Ulta brush, just the angled liner brush. I have a couple of different angled liner brushes. This is one of my favorites. I have another one by Flower that I've had for years and I love it. So just tap a little on the ends, blow it a little bit, and I just lift up my eyelashes. And I always start with my lower lashes. I'm not sure why. All right, now through the top. And this is why I can't do this upstairs. I don't have a freestanding makeup mirror. The only one I've got is here on the wall that I can move around and has the, I think this is a 15 zoom. But my eyesight's gotten so bad, I don't have a choice. I keep complaining about it, but I haven't had an eye exam in 3 years, and it's time for me to go in and have one. Well, this October will be 3 years. So it might as well be 3 years. So go to the next eye. And I'll wait till the very end to brush off the fallout. Like I said, I'm not really doing anything today. I do have a delivery coming. I told you I got new living room furniture, and then I didn't like my tables that we already had that, you know, with the new furniture. So I'll be selling that on Facebook Marketplace here in the next week or so. But 4 of the 5 tables that I've ordered from Z Gallery are being delivered today. And I pray that I like them with this furniture. All right, so I'm just doing kind of an easy peasy makeup. So I'm gonna take that same eyebrow brush I did the powder and kind of brush away anything that was a fallout there. And I see a little bit on my nose, so I'm gonna take my powder brush and kind of do that. That wasn't too bad. All right, so all I've got left now is blush and mascara. The blush I have been so feeling lately. I really wish things would be, I need to be more organized here. Is this MAC Dainty. I don't know what it is about this color. It just makes me happy. So every once in a while I'll put a touch of this on my eyes. But I just put my brush in it, blow, other side. Just go down my cheekbones. I wear blush because I feel like it makes me look a little more awake and cheerful. Otherwise, it's all very monotone on my face. And I will put a touch of, actually I'll do this last. All right, put that away, put that away. This is a Sephora eyelash curler. And I do like the Tarte Man Eater. This is the one I'm going to use today. I also like the Black Magic. It's a tube, a squeezy tube. Honestly, I don't really have a specific favorite. I have ones that I know I don't like at all that I will have all over my face. But I'm going to use the Tarte Man Eater because these are the two I have open right now. My daughter told me to try the Ulta, where's that pink tube? This is the next one on my list to try. It's the Twisted Volume. She loves this by Ulta Beauty. So that will be the next one I try, but I can't have 3 tubes of mascara open at one time. And I usually put more than 1 coat on my upper lashes and only 1 coat on my lower lashes. And sometimes I don't even wear anything on my lower lashes. Sometimes I don't even wear eyeliner on my lower lid, mine are under eye. Kind of depends on what I'm feeling. Am I still recording? Yep. Still working on the upper lashes, just trying to get it down my lash line and get my eyelashes to kind of separate. I don't like that clumpy look or the spider leg look. I like them to just look like long, real lashes, which I know they don't look real, but these are my real lashes. I'll just add. I actually, in my top, the upper lash line on my left eye, I have a couple of white lashes. And at one point I thought, oh, it'd be really cool to go get lash extensions. This was years ago. So I did it for, I don't know, 6-8 months. Laid there for 2 hours, having them put them in my eyes, keeping my eyes closed. Only for them to tell me that you can't put mascara on afterwards. And so I had white eyelashes going through those extensions. I didn't like them. I feel like they broke my eyelashes a little bit. And so when they all fell, I went back a couple of times, decided that wasn't for me, so I quit doing it. All right, very last thing I'm going to do here for makeup. Where's my, there it is. This is the Signa, this is a powder blush. This is it's a powder or blush brush. And I just put a little tiny bit of my Laura Mercier Highlight 01. And just right here on my cheekbones, down my nose, and there. That's it. So that is it for my get ready with me for my makeup. I did get my hair colored yesterday. So it's pretty darn clean. I don't really feel like curling it today. So I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just gonna let it breathe and take a break. So from here, normally if I'm in my pajamas, I will go pick up my clothes, get dressed, and add whatever perfume I want for the day, add my jewelry and accessories. But this is probably gonna be the extent of it for today. So, all right, you guys asked for it, there it is. Maybe I'll get better at this, I don't know. Maybe I'll find a better way to set you up, but where you're at right now, this is where I have to be. I don't have a vanity area for me to sit down at, which I wish I did because my knee gets really swollen standing here during this time. But this is where my mirror is that I absolutely need. Oh, I didn't put lips on. Sometimes I put lips on and I have a lot of lips, a lot of lip products. Let me just, this is what I had grabbed up top. So sometimes I just put chapstick on, which is a lot of time. Sometimes I will kind of pinch my lips. Just makes them a little bolder, and just wear some sort of a gloss or a chapstick or something, but and sometimes I wear lip liner. I do have lip liners. I'm not going to today. Not gonna been the best one to do quickly here. One thing I do more often than not, well, other than wearing just like a lip gloss, a chapstick or something, is I'll color my if I love a color of a lip liner I have, I'll color my lips in with the lip liner and then put chapstick over top of that, or lip gloss. All right, this one was the Flower English Rose. I think this is like it's Miracle Matte Lip. And it feels pretty good. I mean, I kind of let it set for a minute, and then if I feel like putting a gloss over top, I will. But I do like this color, and it was what I had on top, so it must be what I used the last time. I don't have, I mean, I have, I think 2 in my purse. Usually a clear lip gloss or, you know, what am I talking about? A little squeezy tube treatment, lip treatment of some sort, or a chapstick, and then a color. And every once in a while I get into a color, and that's the color that I stick with. So, I don't know. It's just by Flower Beauty. Miracle Matte Lip. Alright, so that is a completed look of how I would get dressed in the morning. Like I said, normally from now I would put perfume and earrings, which I will do perfume, and I have no idea. I have 3 areas that I have different perfumes, so I'll figure that one out in a minute. So that's it. I hope you guys will give me a like if you like this type of video. I know this was not my best. I'm learning how to do this. It is a different location for me. The setup is a little different. It's a little clunky for me, but this has to be where I'm set up because of where everything is. You're up on a 2-tiered glass little shelf that has perfumes and jewelry and stuff on it there. So this is the only way I know how to do this. Otherwise it would be behind me or upstairs, and I don't know how I would do that. So thank you guys for spending some time with me today. I hope you will give this video a thumbs up. If you want me to do this again, let me know. If you hated this, let me know that too. And I hope you have a very happy day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.